Hello honeys, it's Bumblebee Fern, and today we are going to be unboxing and flipping through both the Antique Anatomy Tarot and the 3 editions of the Oracle of Oddities by Claire Goodchild. I have just fallen in love with these decks. I have watched so many different unboxings and flip throughs of them, and I was so excited to finally get my hands on them. So I will leave the links down below of where to get them. The Antique Anatomy Tarot is a mass market tarot now on Amazon, so I will definitely leave that down below. And then the Oracle of Oddities can be found on the website. I believe I got these from Everyday Magic, but her website is called Black and the Moon, so I will leave that link down below, and let's get into it. So just before we really get started, I also wanted to mention that she just came out, or recently came out with another Oracle, which is Mori Momentum. And actually, I don't think she just came out with it, but I think it's been available for a while. And she is coming out with new add-ons, which is super amazing. And she has a podcast and everything with them, which is really, really cool. I haven't gotten it yet because she only has the pre-order for the Memento Mori deck, and then the add-ons, which I really want to get, are out of stock now, so I'm really hoping she does a reprint on them. There's one in particular, the Ancestor pack, that I want so bad, so I'm hoping that she does that, and then I can order everything together. So let's get into the Antique Anatomy. So we have this beautiful, beautiful box. First off, it is gold gilded, so pretty, great production value, nice spine here, nice thickness, gorgeous, gorgeous. Like, these are all of her suits. So she does a little bit different where she does what does she call them? We'll have to look and see. That she has coins, knives. Yeah, it's not wands. She uses a different term. So very excited to look. I have also heard amazing things about the guidebook, and look at this, so pretty. It's all in your hands, and then it has an anatomical illustration of hands and the muscle structure behind them and beautiful botanicals. So y'all know how I've been like seriously waiting and trying to find a perfect botanical deck for myself, and I have found it. So gorgeous book, nice size, very, very nice. Like, this is a book that you would actually keep and put on your bookshelf to really reference. So all in color as well, which is amazing. So let's see. Okay, so she did elixirs, rods, coins, and blades. So the rods are what I was talking about for wands, elixirs for cups, which is also really, really cool. This is definitely a pip deck, so it's not like your classic symbology in the tarot. And oh my gosh, like, so many cool things. Elements in tarot, color in tarot. Love all of these ways of using tarot, different spreads, caring for your deck. Love it. And I'm also so excited, I can't even tell you. As soon as I film this, I am going to be taking this and doing some modifications. I am actually at my family's house right now, so my mom and my sister are here, and we are doing all kinds of fun witchy things and now and in the future. And oh, look at this, beautiful, beautiful. We will definitely have to do some filming when we do the artwork, but if you want to go check out Boho Tarot, she has an amazing modification that she did to this deck. And this is actually the second release of this deck. She did a reprint because Claire did a reprint because the first time she started mass producing, the cardstock was actually really thin, so she has fixed that. And look at this beautiful way. I actually really prefer this rather even than the ribbon, but super, super pretty, like cardboard inserts in here, and then which is your way to open and take out your deck. Very nice little plastic piece here to keep everything in place. This is the back of the cards where it has all the different suits, which is really pretty. I'll show you that in a second. And then the inside of the box is this beautiful botanical print. So let's see the back of the box as well. So pretty. The Antique Anatomy Tarot, Oddities and Curiosities await you in the Antique Anatomy Tarot. Enliven your readings with this exquisite deck of tarot cards, which feature vintage anatomical illustrations and delicate botanical drawings. The accompanying guidebook also or offers insight for every card and explores the many ways you can use the deck for self-discovery and personal growth. A widely creative interpretation of the practice, the Antique Anatomy Tarot is an indispensable tool for the contemporary reader. So 80-page guidebook, 78 illustrated tarot cards. Love, love, love it, by Claire Goodchild. Very, very cool. And this deck is, I believe, around, like, I think it's $29 or $30 on Amazon. So very good price for the quality and everything you get. We will do a little pull at the end and see how the guidebook reads for us. But for now, let's check out these beautiful cards. So here's the back. I will take off this little sleeve. The back is kind of like a brown color, nice and distressed. I love this look. And then with all of our suits on there, not reversible. So if you read in reversals, I mean, you could even cover up this back and do like a rebacking if you wanted to. I think it is beautiful. I might do a little bit of extra stamping or something fun on the back to kind of make it more personal to me. But look at this beautiful. So we have the Fool. I'll just kind of do a flip through, and the cards are like really nice. Like, this is definitely nice. I don't riffle shuffle or anything, so this doesn't matter to me as much. I'd rather have like a nicer stock, which is really cool. Definitely feel much better than what I can tell the previous print was. We have the Magician, and I love these anatomical illustrations. Love how this hand it has muscular right here and then shows through with the skin. The High Priestess, so beautiful. The Empress, the Emperor, and I love the pairings too. When decks have like pairings like this, I love that so much. When they show up in a reading, it just makes it that much more powerful and able to connect to each other. So beautiful. Emperor, and I also love how they have like the figures down here, so it's actually like a botanical book, like guidebook or something you can look into, or illustration book. So like an old vintage botanical book. So the Hierophant, beautiful. Looks like we have some maybe like some berries here. Love it. Remember, we have a heart for the lovers, maybe some like carnations. The Chariot. Oh, I really like this one. There are a couple cards in here that I will kind of call out that I am just obsessed with the illustrations on. We have Strength, really good one, with the femur, which is the strongest bone in your body. We have the Hermit, very cool. It almost looks like it's like on a baby's skull, the way this is set up. You have your candlelight and everything, kind of those bringing through those elements in the typical cards. And these seriously feel really, really good. So if you were holding out on this deck, holding out to get a nicer, thicker cardstock for this deck, it's definitely, I do not think it will disappoint. So this is one of my favorite cards, the Wheel of Fortune, specifically in this deck. And I just love how this looks. So beautiful. We have all of our suits here. Justice, the Hanged Man, very appropriate. Death, I love this Death card too. The way we have our scythe coming through with the skulls on a super typical Death card. Temperance, very beautiful. Really pretty, like violas and pansies and stuff coming through. The Devil. Of their horns, antlers. The Tower, I do really like this one as well. The Star. The Moon, beautiful. And the Sun, which is another beautiful little side-by-side of these two kind of polar opposites. Love that. Judgment, this card always stands out to me as well in this deck. Very, very pretty. We have some like Latin phrase here. The World, really pretty. Now we're into the elixirs. So this is the Ace of Elixirs, and here is kind of the first glimpse we see of this interpretation of cups. So beautiful flowers around. We have the Two of Elixirs, we have Yarrow Love Tonic, and then Fitzpatrick Pharmaceuticals Passion Tincture. Very cool. So bringing in that kind of pairing love relationship vibe into this card. And I love how she does that with these, because it's a very like verbal and literal representation of what the cards mean. So in that way, I feel like this could be easier to read than some of the typical tarot if you are a beginner, kind of just pulling in these keywords. So we have the Three of Elixirs, Love Potion, Bliss Elixir, and Joy Tonic. The Four of Elixirs. So we have morphine, heroin, and probably cyanide. So these look like all kind of like pain kind of medications to help really dull pain and any kind of suffering. We have the 5, cyanide, morphine, more passion tincture. It looks like the joy, and the other one that was on the 2, I believe, were kind of covered up by the flowers, so kind of shielding that out. So a lot of symbology in this deck, or symbolism in this deck, even though it is not your traditional artwork. So we have Sparrow Labs, and for uncovering secrets, very cool. And this is a 6. So very, very neat. 7, we have some almost like little vials. So take one vial, do not mix, and it's like, looks like for each of your kind of like body parts. Very cool. The 8, Let Go Potion, Soul Journey, The Void, Wake Up, Aura Cleanse, Despair. Love that. We have 9, Wish, Tonic, Love Potion, Bliss Brew, Joy Elixir. I really, really love in all of your like number 5, 6, and 7. I know these are going to help me a lot with the representation of the different cards. So wisdom, calming, happiness, passion, love, dream, harmony, all kinds of stuff in here. For 10, we have our page. So we have like a very young girl, young skeleton, or young skull here. Eternal youth. And I know that she does do representation within the flowers as well. So if you're really good with flowers and botanicals and understanding their correspondences and how they correlate to different magical and medicinal attributes, and that is perfect, which I am very into that. So we have the Knight, Fertility Tonic, very cool. The Queen, Beauty Potion, love that. And then the King, Calming Tonic, very, 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 very cool. I love that. So this is my absolute favorite card in the entire deck, which is the Ace of Rods. I don't know, this card just totally calls to me. The colors, the black and white figure in front of the color, so it really pops. I just love it. So you have 2 of Rods, and I believe these are probably like embalming tools or like mortician tools. Okay, we have the 3 of Rods, more beautiful tools. Suit of Rods, looks like some like drilling tools here. Very cool. 5 of Rods. And I'm curious, I'll have to kind of look into more of the different tools behind like embalming and different like mortician tools, because I'm more curious if they have like any say in what they are, like what they're typically used for, and then what is in here. Or she probably might have just taken the tools because they look really, really cool and play into the theme. So we have the 6 of Rods, the 7 of Rods. Looks like we have some files here, or some like little scooper type tools. The 8 of Rods, got some pokers. The 9 of Rods, very cool, nice and intertwined. And the 10 of Rods, very, very cool. We have our page, again with our young figure here. Our Knight, all on top of the tools, almost like speared by the tools too. Our Queen, and I love how she was like anatomically put like male and female skeletons and skulls, different things. So she actually really paid attention to the like the anatomical significance between each of these. So you can see like her brow ridge is not as pronounced, her jaw maybe is not as strong, different features and things that you can tell to tell male and female apart. So we have the King of Rods, there's sunflower, beautiful. Now we have the coins, pentacles, which are in place of pentacles, and pentacles are usually my favorite suit, so I'm excited about these. And you will see them all on these coins. We have some pretty violas and different things here. The Two of Coins with our hearts, love that. The Three of Coins, very cool. Some like directional figures, snake in there. The Four of Coins, looks like we have bits of like jaw pieces, mandibles, not mandibles. Is it called a mandible in a human? I said that and I was like, insects here? Okay, so jaw pieces, different pieces of the face that are kind of broken up. We have a 5, our hands and our feet kind of apart from each other, and then a skull, like a top image of a skull. We have the pelvis, some spine pieces, some vertebra, and then it looks like a intersection of the skull, or half of the skull on each coin here. The 7, looks like maybe like a little family tree, just different representation of different skulls. We have the 8, which we have a bunch of different pieces and organs and bones. The 9, ooh, looks like we have some animal skulls in here in this one. That is really cool. So some different viewpoints of animal skulls. Ooh, this is another beautiful one. I actually didn't even really notice this one in other flip throughs, but these colors are totally calling to me. The 10, which is a beautiful card. Lots of representation too. We have like a scapula, vertebra. The eye, very cool. Wow, love that one. We have the Page, beautiful card here. Again with like a small child. The Knight, very young man. Love that. The Queen. And our King. Looks like big old cranium to hold a nice big brain in there. Next we have our blades instead of our swords. The aces are always so pretty in this deck. 2 of blades, very pretty. The 3 of blades. So numerology is really going to play well into this deck. I really love the elixirs and the coins just because you get so much symbolism like in the different looks of the skeletons and in the words. So that's really, really cool. I think those two are going to really call to me. So blades, 3 of blades. We have our 4 of blades, our 5 of blades, 6 of blades, all pointing at each other. 7 of blades. Got our black and white elements. That's really cool. 8 of blades, pointing in. 9 of blades. Those gorgeous black flowers. And then our 10 of blades. Our single blade here, and our 9 that are kind of coming in on that main blade. So then we have our Page, beautiful, again with like the younger unfused skull, like a baby. Our Knight, blade going right into the top of him. Our Queen, also coming through the skull. And our King, so that's another really powerful one, right through the side, and beautiful black flowers. So that is our Antique Anatomy Tarot. Like I said, I'm so excited to really go through this deck and personalize it. Definitely will be a video on that. So stay tuned and subscribe if you'd like to see it. Next, we will move into our Oracle Oddities. So we have our 3. We will start from the first one. So here's our 2nd edition, 3rd edition. So we will start with this guy right here. So these are all 30 card decks. So it won't take too much of your time, but I love how she did these 3 editions, but she didn't just remake the cards or kind of like tweak them. She actually added in new words. So if you were interested in actually getting the different decks, it will not be just a complete waste. I will say that I think I will be putting and combining all of my decks together. I know some people have also said that that kind of weakens or dilutes their reading, so definitely I would maybe give it a shot of reading them separately or individually, and then before you really decide to put all your cards together. But with this deck, I'm excited because I will be got these beautiful greenbacks too with that distressed look, but I will probably be doing like a stamp or something on the back so I can tell the individual editions apart. So if I do want to separate them out again, I can do that. But let's get into it. This stock or these cards are definitely like a smoother finish rather than like the more matte papery finish of this. I don't know if you can see any shine on the camera, but they definitely feel different. These are more slippery, these are more matte. I kind of really like the matte finish personally. They're nice and slippery though. They'll really slide well against each other. So we have our Manifest, which is beautiful. Hope. Love the butterflies there. Creation, another one of my favorites. These like irises coming out. Love. Cooperation. Oh, and I have our bees. So pretty. I really love this one with the 2. It's almost like a Siamese twins or something where they are having to cooperate with each other to kind of just get through life and make things work. Cycle. Beautiful moth here. Knowledge. Oh, another beautiful one. Growth. Very cool. Almost like a tree branching off. Like a family tree. Awareness. Very cool. We have like tentacles, snakes, sparrows. Merge. Ooh, another like Siamese twin type card here. Very cool. Beetles coming in. This little mushroom. Deception. Beautiful moon phases, and there's snakes. Vision. Love that eye. Going on these vertebrae. Anxiety. Ooh, that's a really powerful one. Like these skulls with the bat wings. Breath. Their lungs. Stability. Oh, beautiful. Love that. The crystals, mushrooms, bird. A nice leg here. Nice strong leg. Duality. Loving these Siamese twin vibes. Looks like we have like 2 sides where you have like a more bright and springy side, and then the more kind of like deep and dark side. Kind of your light and shadow. Victory. Voice with this plant coming out of his mouth. Awaken. Oh wow, check that out. Love the moon. Love these like these skeletons kind of laying under a veil. Water. Very cool. Air. Oh, so we have all the elements in here. That makes me really excited as well. Fire. Nice sunflowers. Marigolds. And earth, my favorites. These gorgeous crystals coming out, and the trees growing out of his head. Dreams. Nightmares. Ooh, look at that nice side-by-side pairing of dreams and nightmares. Infected. We have like a kind of a deteriorating skull with a snake coming out. Connection. Beautiful. Hunt. Ooh, that's a really cool one too. Memento Mori. So this is like her kind of a wave at her other deck, which I will definitely be getting in the future. that. Oh, I love it. Self. Oh, love how he has wings. Beautiful. Humanity. Holding a picture of a baby here. Kind of have your like muscle tone and your skeleton. Your beautiful moon phase. And protect. Very powerful deck. I love that they have like both, like so many aspects to this deck, really. Like there's so many different words that can really help you pull out meaning in your reading. I would love to know if you have these decks and if you use them together, whereas like the Oracle of Oddities and the Tarot together. I would love to know. We'll put that little baby right there and we'll move on to our second edition. Okay, so we have Beauty. So here's our second edition. Again, same backs and everything. Very, very cool. We'll do kind of like a side-by-side of all three to make sure they're all the same size. But we have our Beauty, Empathy, Apathy. Another really cool pairing with your kind of like sweet light figures and then your darker colors here. Love, love, love that. Separation. Wow. Almost like surgically separating the twins there. Eternity. Beautiful. Pain. Being stabbed through the heart or whatever organ this is. Security. Baby in the womb. That is so, so pretty. I love that representation so much. Gluttony, showing like your bowels and your stomach and all of the things that make you make bad decisions. Toxic, have our kidneys here, holding a bunch of toxicity. Anger. Wow, yeah, like the snakes coming out of the mouth. Death. Union. Beautiful. Power. That's a really pretty one. Something that Boho Tarot also, or Dawn over at Boho Tarot also mentioned is the both light and kind of shadow words that are used, and as well as like the more neutral words, which are really, really cool. So you have all those good energies, or different energies. Imagination. Knowledge. Explore, the foot, ready to do some adventuring. Observe, looking up into the world. Listen. Transformation, it's a really pretty one too. Half and half. Divinity. Friendship. Life, love that coming out of the pelvis. God and Goddess. Beautiful. Love like the horn here and then like the lack thereof here. Nexus. That's a really pretty one. Love that like brachial structure in the lungs. Support. Nice strong back. Looks like maybe like a scoliosis back here. But very cool. Opposition. Lust. So lust and gluttony look like they can kind of be a pairing as well. Revelation. Beautiful. And reward. So we have our like little tree growth cards, and then next to our skeleton there. Very nice. Love that one. And like I said, I love how these are all so different, but you're able to collect them and really use them all together. So next we have our third edition here. We have Feel, Voice. I think this is a double as well. Very double, and that was in the second edition, which is kind of cool. I definitely want to keep those in there because if that comes out twice in a reading, then you know you have to pay more attention to that. Ego. Reflect. Oh, beautiful. Sorrow. Harmony. Beautiful with all the butterflies. Blue. Hostility. Ooh, look at those side by side. Build. That's a really pretty one. Psyche. Awesome. Worship. Ooh, I love that. I love when they have, and she put the animal skulls in here, the animal skeletons. And this looks like it's on a human skeleton and then like a snake or something here. Uncover. Ooh, digging into the heart. Expand. So we're pulling each other apart. Love. I think this might also be a double. Enjoy. Beautiful. Those two cards together are gorgeous. Beginning. Little baby starting to grow. Ending. Ooh, beginning and ending. Love that. This might be like one of my favorite. Just those ferns are calling to me. Spirit. That's a really pretty one. Rebirth. This is another one of my favorites. Passion. Improve. Oh, this one is also really calling to me. See, this deck speaks to me so much. I love her artwork and just the depth of the meaning. Embrace and release. Love, love, love. Oh, and then she actually has all of the chakras, which is really, really cool if you're trying to do chakra work and kind of have a better understanding of what you should be working on, or kind of more in-depth meaning to them. So sorry for my pronunciation of these words, but Muladhara, which is our root. Svadhisthana, sacral. Manipura, your solar plexus. Anahata, your heart. Visuddha, throat. Anya, third eye. And Sahasrara, sorry about that. So, which is your crown. And then we have your Dharma, which is all of them together. Oh my goodness, I love that addition. So there are all three together, as well as the tarot. We'll put them side by side just to kind of see, make sure they are all the same size, which they look like they are. So beautiful together. And then our tarot. Love that, y'all. Like, check it out. How gorgeous are these cards? So yes, I love it. We have our boxes here, which they actually look quite a bit different. Like I've seen other unboxings where they were pretty much the same, maybe besides like a couple tiny little details, but these are actually quite different. So I'm curious if she maybe just did like a reprint of those and redesign the box. And then this one actually has a back to it, which the other two do not. So very, very pretty. Love, love, love this deck. I'm so excited to show you what I'm going to do with it. Like I said, it's definitely going to be inspired by Boho Tarot. Dawn over at Boho Tarot. Definitely a big shout out to her because she has been such an inspiration to me recently. And yes, so let me know what you thought down below. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Please leave the skull emoji down in the comments. And so definitely subscribe if you want to see more of these, or if you want to see other unboxings. I do a lot of unboxings, and I'm going to be implementing more witchy content onto the channel. So thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you later. Blessed be. Bye. All right, so we are going to do a little reading and see how the guidebook reads. So the Oracle of Oddities actually don't even come with a guidebook, and they're meant to be used intuitively, which I really, really love. My sister and I were actually playing around with this deck yesterday. It is the day after I filmed the main video, and I've already been obsessed with this deck, and I really, really love how it reads for me and love how I can connect to it. So it feels more intuitive than any other deck that I have read with, which is really, really exciting. So let's flip through our tarot. Let's do a quick shuffle. Whenever I shuffle my tarot, like I said, I do not riffle shuffle. I usually just shuffle until a card pops out, or I get an overwhelming sense that a card is calling to me. So I'm just going to shuffle for just a little bit and see if we get anything. Otherwise, we'll just kind of pull something out since it's not like a full-on reading. Loving these backs, so I'm very, very excited. I just went out with my family and got all of the things that I need to do the alterations to this deck. So I'm so excited for you to see. If you do not follow me on Instagram, definitely go check it out because I'm sure I will be posting photos as I go. So this card that we got is the elixirs, the 9 of elixirs. Very, very cool. I really love the elixirs and these words that help you out. So we'll put that baby right there. And from left to right, I have the first, second, and third edition. So, oh, love that. So let's shuffle, see what we get, and we will do kind of like an overall reading and see kind of how, just an example of a poll that I was doing yesterday. I really love how they work together, like I said, and the words really help you play on your tarot. Also, I was looking more at the Memento Mori decks, and I'm so excited, especially for the Ancestor pack. So I really hope Claire does open those back up. Really, really hoping for that because I am super into ancestral connection and work, as you know, if you are a honey. And yes, while I'm here, I might as well also tell you that the Ancestral Connection honey boxes are still available in the Botanica. We are trying to keep them on the shelf so they are ready to go for you. But so excited. So let's stop there. Let's pull something. Ooh, hunt. Very cool. So we'll put that guy right there. I'm gonna put this above so I don't mix it up. We have Explore. Ooh, those are two really good cards to play in together. Lastly, the Oracle of Oddities is also very slippery. Like it definitely has more of a, it's not super glossy. It's more like a satin, but it's very smooth. Shuffles really well if you overhand, or if you were to do like a spread or to lay your cards out. And Anya. Ooh, that is a very, very cool little pick. So let's check out our guidebook and see how this goes, and then I'll kind of like leave these open to interpretation. I am really excited about them just because my sister is going to be coming and living with us, so she'll be there to help more with the Botanica, and we will be doing a lot of exploring, a lot of hiking and natural, kind of working with the more natural elements, which I'm so excited with, or so excited for. So let's, ouch. So let's check out the guidebook. So we have our suit of elixirs, 9 of elixirs. Let's check it out. Oh, so beautiful. The chariot is so gorgeous. That might be my favorite chariot card ever. Okay, so 9 of elixirs. Ooh, I actually really love how it's all in color, full color, and it's not like this crazy long thing. So you have our card right here. It says, your wishes have the very real ability to come true when the 9 of elixirs is present. So think about what you want most and focus your energy on that. Material and spiritual matters are intertwined in a very positive way, and this promotes a feeling of satisfaction in your life. Take the opportunity to indulge in the finer things in life. Just don't get too wrapped up in the drift into gluttony. So very cool. Keywords are contentment, gratification, good luck, and satisfaction. And you can see kind of the other cards there. I really, really like how this is laid out. Nice and simple. Very cool. So, and look at this. I love how she does it as like a spread, or like just right next to each other like that. It looks so pretty, and her pictures are just absolutely gorgeous. She did an amazing job with this book. Look at that. Like, for real. And I also like how some of these are, you know, you have your 2 cards that are kind of pairings there. So yeah, I love this book. I love how it reads. I love the simplicity of it. I love how she has all this information as well on like the elements, color, which is so important, especially when you're working with florals and so many different elements in like a pip deck where you don't have that typical symbology and pick the pictures that really have just been more known and represented. Numerology, which is really, really big. Definitely going to be doing more work into that. And yes, so let me know what you thought about this amazing deck. And I'm so excited to show you, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see the alteration series and everything that goes into this. I am beyond excited. I've been like dreaming about it. So I will talk to y'all later. Blessed be. Bye. Two of rods, and I believe these are probably like embalming tools or like mortician tools. What was that?
Well, I took that.
Oh, there was that little bell right there.
Yeah, but why did it ring?
Did it just fall off or something?
No, I put it right there. Unless it like kind of slid down a little bit, but
Your face.
because I knew exactly what it was.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is a bell that just made that sound. We haven't moved it at all. It was right next to this, but my sister said she didn't put it on anything. It was like just on the floor because we didn't want it to ring if somebody came in the door, because it usually is on her doorknob. So it's also right by her closet that I've had many experiences with, because this used to be my room. So yeah, we're gonna try to figure out how it made that sound, and also like if it was even possible to make that sound, if it was like just tipped or if it needs to be shaken or what. So